What's up guys, my name is Ignas, welcome back to the channel. September passed and we are back with the dividend portfolio and Revolut update. I've deposited new money in, bought into a stock and received some dividends. First we'll take a look into the transactions history on the Revolut app, and then we'll go into the portfolio tracker on Google Sheets to further check how we are performing and what will be the focus going further. An early thumbs up is greatly appreciated, and with that out of the way, let's start. Now we are in the transactions history. So on September 1st I've added $400 new in, and the next day put all that money into one name, a tech stock accenture, ticker symbol ACN. So for $400 got 1.56 of a share at $256.76 per share. Later on we'll go into the portfolio tracker on Google Sheets to further check how this position is performing. But going back to dividends, so September 3rd consumer staples paid Walmart, ticker symbol WMT, $1.67. September 5 Sherwin-Williams materials paid, ticker symbol SHW with $1.14. Scrolling further up on September 11th we have two names, Information Technology Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT, plus $1.82. And then Communication Services T-Mobile, TMUS, $1.37. Then September 12th again two names, Healthcare Amgen, AMGN, dividend of $5.27, and Consumer Staples Tyson Foods, TSN, $2.24. On September 15th a small dividend from Alphabet, ticker symbol GOOG, plus 21 cents. Now September 16th consumer discretionary McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD, $3.73. Then September 17th industrials Northrop Grumman, ticker symbol NOC, a dividend of $3.05. September 23rd we have financials BlackRock, BLK, $3.45. September 24th Tech, FIS, dividend of $3.38. The next day on the 25th another Tech Qualcomm paid, ticker symbol QCOM, $4.50. And the last dividend in September was on 30, a consumer staples Pepsi, PEP, plus $1.82. So these were all the moves in the dividends for the month of September. And now let's go into the portfolio tracker on Google Sheets to further check into the dividend progress. So we are now in the portfolio tracker and the tab for monthly dividends. I've summed up all that was received in September, and that came in at $33.65. It seems to be in line with what we've received just 3 months back, 7 cents higher, and comparing it to September of last year, where dividends summed up to $32.52, we are now higher for 3.5%. So far for the year we got $229.28 in dividends, so need $8 more to beat last year's number, which will definitely be achieved this month in October. And with 3 months of income for this year still to go, it seems that we will be over $300 for 2025, likely around $315 to be exact. So we have checked how much in dividends we're receiving, but now let's check what expenses we can actually cover with it. So the portfolio now should be bringing $332.42 in dividends every year, which comes in at $27.69 per month. Currently the first 4 expenses individually can be covered with this income, and now the next step is entertainment with $40, almost 70% now covered with current dividend income. Though all the expenses combined are way larger at $949, currently covering just under 3% of it. So we have checked what expenses we can cover with current dividend income, but now let's go into the portfolio tracker to further see how the positions are performing. So with September's cash I've added into Information Technology's name Accenture, ticker symbol ACN, currently have 2.43 of a share, cost basis on the position is now $700. Unfortunately this position is down, value for it is $585.70, so I'm losing $114.30, down 16.33%. Accenture now takes 2.76% of the portfolio, and it is 11.39% of exposure in the information technology sector. The stock is now trading at a dividend yield of 2.64%, though since I'm down on it, yield on cost here is 2.21%. and this position brings $15.44 in dividends on an annual basis. Though we have some losers, but there are also winners. Currently the largest name in the portfolio is another tech one, ASML, now holding 1.77 of a share. Cost basis here is $1,200. And this position in the last few months actually went higher. Value for it is $1,650.15. So we are up for $450.15 on it, an increase of 38.18%. This is now the largest position in the portfolio, taking 7.82% of it, and it makes 32.23% of exposure in the information technology sector. Currently the stock is trading at a dividend yield of 0.9%, though I'm quite up on this position, so yield on cost here is 1.25%. And the position is bringing $14.95 in dividends on an annual basis. Overall, the portfolio before taxes should be bringing $390.97 every year, which is a dividend yield on the portfolio of 1.84%. And since we are quite there in the green, yield on cost now is 2.42%. And then as previously checked, after a 15% tax that I will be paying, I will be left with $332.32. Which will of course be later used to again buy back into new shares. And likely that with 2 more cash additions, we will push this pre-tax annual dividend sum to over $400 for the next year. Now if we take a look into the overall numbers, currently the portfolio is valued at $21,195.67 and I have deposited $16,180. So overall we are up for $1,515.67, which is an exact increase of 31%. Overall for this year we still have 2 cash deposits left, so overall we will probably finish the year with the portfolio of somewhat $22,000. So we have checked what we are receiving in dividends and how the portfolio is performing, but now we need to determine which market sector or sectors should be the focus with next month's cash addition. So we are currently overweight in 2 sectors. One is consumer staples with $1,633.35. That takes 7.71% of the portfolio, and we have set a target of 6%. And another overweight is industrials with $1,314.69. It takes 14.22% of the portfolio. Again, we have the target lower at 13%. And though mostly everything else is in the green, we have one sector in the red, consumer discretionary with $1,120.06. This is 14.72% of the portfolio, and we have set the target at 16%. So there is potential for next month to increase exposure in this market sector with the upcoming cash addition. Currently I have 5 names in consumer discretionary. These are McDonald's, Alibaba, Starbucks, Lowe's, and D.R. Horton. So I can either take one of these that we have in the portfolio already, or consider something else new that could be added into the portfolio entirely. Still have around 3 more weeks to decide on that. And that was it with the dividend portfolio and Revolut update for the month of September. What do you think, which consumer discretionary name we should be adding money into with next month's cash addition? Share your best pick from the sector in a comment below. Also don't forget to support the channel and leave a thumbs up under the video. Previously I've made a dividend stock comparison on a few names from the financial sector, so if you are interested in that, then click on a video that is currently on the screen. And that was it from my side, thank you for watching and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Dividend dreams building